Hello, lovely viewers. My name's Samaya, and my channel name goes by Lady Intuitive. I literally just want to post a video so bad, and I'm just gonna be rambling. So I'm recording on my webcam, and I really wish this was at least 60 FPS. I don't know why. 60 frames per second. I couldn't think of what it was called. I wish this was at least 60 frames per second because it does not look the best, and the lighting, like, I tried to get the lighting good, but it's not really working. But like, I think that kind of gives the vibe. Like, I'm just trying to do a ramble video. I want this to be low editing because I really just want to upload a video, and I haven't uploaded in a while for reasons. I don't even want to get into the reasons. I'll get into the reasons and the description of my next video. Actually, I don't even know why I have my headphones on. I'm not even supposed to have these on. So I want this to be like a little series on my channel, or I guess like a playlist on my channel for whenever it's like in between uploads, or I just don't have an upload ready yet, because I really want my channel to be as edited as well as I can get it, especially since I don't have the best equipment compared to bigger YouTubers. For a small YouTuber, it is good equipment, I will say that. But I want to call this like intuitive speaks or something. I think something like that, even though it may not even be necessarily intuitive. I just want it to be me rambling, and that's literally it. Really just ate, so this is why my scarf is covering right here, because I spilt water. Anyway, so I want to talk about the TikTok ban, and I think it was kind of funny. I've never had or downloaded TikTok. Technically I have. If you think about what TikTok used to be. TikTok used to be Musical.ly, this app called Musical.ly. I had Musical.ly when I was little, but I never had what is today, TikTok. And the ban is really interesting in terms of the reactions. Like, I guess my viewpoint's kind of late, but I don't really care because this isn't only about the TikTok ban. It is mostly about the TikTok ban. But I'm not only talking about the TikTok ban, it's just things that relate to it. I just thought the way that people were reacting, the fact that they were crying and having meltdowns over an app being banned, I thought that was really sad, and that says a lot about our society where it is today. I think TikTok has a lot of benefits. I think I think it is very lovely how people can connect with each other on different subjects at such a high degree, like many other social media apps. But I think TikTok is probably different because of its algorithm, which is, to me, the algorithm is the worst part actually, because that's what keeps you getting addicted and stuff. Even though it does really centralize you and what you want, it gets you addicted, and it makes you addicted, and it makes you stay on that. So I want to talk about why I think it would have been good if TikTok was banned, because I'm 18. Well, I'm about to be 19 actually. It's February, already in 2 months. I'm about to be 19. Anyway, my Generation Z. I feel like they're not even just Generation Z, even younger millennials maybe. I feel like there's such a lack of community. Yes, there is digital community, but there is no real life community. This is coming from someone that doesn't even want a lot of friends. I do have friends, but I'm not a very people person, not in the way that I try to avoid people. I just am someone who enjoys being by herself as much as possible, even with my family. But I just truly feel like our generation lacks so much community. Like, no one really comes up to each other anymore, and I'm sure there definitely are places where people still do that, but I'm just talking from a general sense. Like, there's not a lot of people that ask each other out anymore. There's not a lot of people who ask each other, just go up to random people and say, hey, I want to be your friend. Some people think that's weird, even though that's literally how humans connect naturally. Like, that's not weird. I mean, it depends how a person do it. Yeah, it depends on how the person does it, because it can be weird sometimes, but usually it's not weird. Like, the person just wants to be your friend. There's not a lot of community and social interaction, and I really wish more people would talk about that, because people talk about the obvious reasons why TikTok is bad for you, like the algorithm and how it's formed to get you addicted, and the trends and stuff, the toxic trends, the toxic stories, the toxic comments, the way people are really hateful in TikTok comment sections. People talk about the obvious cons of TikTok, but no one talks about how it really, how can I say this? It gives you a sense of community without you actually being around a community. Like, it is a whole facade. It's a faux community, I guess you can say. This TikTok ban really shows how people are very centralized on their phones. They centralize their phone. They are not good at time management with their phones. And it just obviously shows that many people, and different age groups, because it wasn't only people my age and Gen Z freaking out. It was some older people freaking out over TikTok as well, which I can understand depending on the situation. But it's just the fact that you're crying over the internet over an app. You didn't even have like a sense of hope. Your immediate reaction was to cry on the internet. Not only cry on the internet, there were some people that shared their deepest, darkest little secrets, or not just deepest, darkest secrets, just like lies about their content, which I found very weird. That's very weird. Which, first of all, the people reacting to that, like, this really just goes to show how slow people in general are, but also how Americans, as an American myself, are very much in their own little bubble, which I'll talk about that. That's another thing I want to talk about later. I'm gonna ramble about. Because why are you crying about an app instead of having some hope? Or instead of, coming up with there were some people, but most of the things I saw on YouTube, there were some people that were trying to create solutions, like, go to Instagram, go to YouTube, YouTube, go to whatever else, but there were literally people crying and lying. They were sharing their lies about their content. See, this is how, I literally talk in mental gymnastics. I was going to say, the reason why people are slow is because I'm just, confused to why people are shocked that influencers are lying to them. Honey, have you not been on the internet longer than, 2 years? Not even just 2 years, longer than a year. I just truly don't understand it. It'll literally be people older than me being surprised that old Sulilu, I don't even know, old Sulilu, whatever, you just get the point, just some random girl on TikTok came out and said, now that TikTok's being banned, I have to say that I have showed you all these workout plans and workout ideas, but I have a BBL. Not just one, but I have 2 BBLs. And I just don't really understand why that's a shocker to some people, especially since there are literally pages on every social media platform. Well, probably not every social media platform, but the main ones. There are literal pages that are set out and dedicated to calling out influencers, finding lies from social media creators, and celebrity lies as well. So it's just, you're dumb, truthfully and honestly, and I'm saying that in the best way possible. You can't blame the influencer when you were the ones susceptible and gullible to their lies enough to believe it. The one that many people on YouTube are talking about. I don't remember her name, and I don't really care to remember her name, and I'm not even gonna put her in here because I want this type of video to be low editing. I just want to talk. There's this girl who, and I've heard of her before too, because it was really a controversy where people were wondering, or really not wondering, if you can just use common sense, you'll know. They were wondering if she was faking her mukbangs, because there's this Asian girl, I think she has dumpling in her user name, and she would eat crazy amounts of food on TikTok, but she would cut it, she's using her chopsticks or something, or she's using her hands, and she's just eating, taking big gargantuous bites. I just hit my mic. She's taking big gargantuous bites, but she's cutting it after she takes those really big bites. And so I'm pretty sure that a lot of her content is real. There are videos that were real, but there also are some videos where it's just, you can sense that it's not very truthful. So I don't know if, I'm not gonna say, I don't know. I know some people literally come on social media and they just don't use their brains. And I think the TikTok ban really showed that. And it shows your true colors, because if you are crying over an app being banned, you need to reevaluate yourself. And not even talking about with the pros that come in TikTok. You need to think about your social media usage and your phone usage. So I just want to talk about those cons, and I just want to say that I'm very aware of the wonderful benefits that TikTok gives to smaller YouTube creators, smaller social media creators, small businesses, people learning so many things. Yes, there are very bad parts to TikTok, like what's it called, brain rot and misinformation, but there are some people on there that give very interesting information, whether it's research related or it's spiritual related. Some people connect with people with their religions, or they connect, on spiritual advancements, spiritual journeys, connect with people in the LGBTQ community, people who look like them and who they can see themselves in. I can definitely see those pros in TikTok. And so I feel like I wouldn't have, like, I kind of do want TikTok to get banned, but I also don't, because I think this TikTok ban is a lesson to people that depending on who you are, you use your phone too much, you rely on social media too much. I think the TikTok ban, how it should be taken, is it doesn't depend if you think TikTok should be banned or not. It's the fact that the true colors were shown from many people. And a TikTok ban needs to be like a warning sign to many people about how they use their phones, how social media is used. Even for the people who never had or downloaded TikTok, like myself, just to be wary of your phone usage and be wary of how you go about social media and talk to others. Or if you want to be a content creator, like how I'm slowly trying to actually do, because I've been wanting to do it more than half of my life, which isn't that shocking because I am literally Gen Z. I'm literally in the mid of Gen Z, like most people in like mid Gen Z who are around 18, probably like 17 to like 24, 25. I think a lot of us like content creation and want to be a content creator. So it's not really surprising, but even if you are a content creator or someone who's trying to become one, you should just be wary of these things. You should just understand that, one, a lot of people think that real life jobs are more reliable and more stable, which they definitely can be, but like they're just as temporary as real jobs. So you as a content creator should be prepared for if something was to all of a sudden crash and burn. You need to have a backup plan. Like, where are you going to go? Are you secured with a IRL job, I guess you can call it, or do you have another social media platform that you can go to? Do you have sponsors backed up if that's how you're getting your income? Most people get income on TikTok from referral links and stuff and like ads, so I guess just have that in mind. Now next I want to talk about the Little Red Book Xiaohongshu app. I have downloaded it and I actually haven't really been on there. I've been on there today, but before today I haven't been on there for a couple days just because I was like, one, I don't like using my phone too much, or if I'm on my phone, I try to do something somewhat productive. Like I'm either trying to read like journal posts or something on Tumblr about like people's spiritual experiences or something, just something interesting, or I'm on Pinterest, or I'm looking at my email or something. I try to be at least somewhat productive. I don't like using social media apps too much. If I do, it usually is Pinterest though. Like I can't even lie. But yeah, I also was just sick of all the TikTok refugee content because like, yes, I got the app because a lot of people were going on there from TikTok, but I've never had TikTok, so it's just like kind of annoying to keep seeing posts and they're like, hi TikTok refugee, I'm your Chinese spy, I'm your Chinese boyfriend. Like some of the content was just getting a little annoying. I didn't end up getting the app because I saw it as a benefit. Like this is a way for cultures to cross section of cultures, American people, Chinese people, see what has been lied to from both governments, even though Americans are probably more likely to talk bad about their government than Chinese natives are, just because I'm pretty sure China is very, very for China. I don't know how else to say it. Most countries are like that. It's not only America. But I do want to keep the app because I really want to eventually actually get started on learning languages, and I never really wanted to learn Mandarin, or if I did, I wanted to wait till I learn other languages before it. But I don't know, I think I should at least learn a little bit of Mandarin and then maybe just continue learning Korean and Spanish, since those are culture wise, I've always been into those countries for a while. Anyway, I'm literally talking about myself. Let me talk about something I found really interesting when people switched from TikTok to Xiaohongshu, which some people went back. They went back as if like TikTok was their girlfriend or boyfriend they had to be so loyal and devoted to. They already went back, but I thought it was so weird how, and I have to say it, I don't know what to say. Some people on YouTube of my color, they point there, and if you know, you know. But I'm just gonna say it anyway. Some white people on TikTok, mostly white women actually, I thought it was really interesting how a lot of them were so weirdly culture shocked. Culture shocked obviously is valid, because not everyone's going to know about every single culture that exists. That is a lot of knowledge to know about. But it'll just be like some basic things that they'll say like in their videos that they're like so shocked about. Like they'll be shocked that lesbians exist in China, or they'll be shocked that of like a really healthy Chinese recipe tea, like a herbal tea. Or they'll be really shocked by, I don't know what else, like the fashion, I guess, like some just kind of like basic human things in pretty much every developed country that are going to occur, even if the people are not in support of it. So I just thought it was really interesting how a lot of them were just really culture shocked, and they were kind of like acting, I want to say they very loosely, because it's not a lot of people, obviously. It's just like from my observations from YouTube videos, if people put like, I made a compilation of people's culture shocked by Xiaohongshu or something, if it was a video like that, or if it was just from like my own observations on the app. But oh my god, like they were like some people were literally treating some of these Chinese people as if they were aliens. Like they were just so shocked, and I was like, this really just goes to show that Americans, yes, I am American, Americans are so tight in their own little bubble. Like I truly think why am I saying truly think, like it's not a fact, just so many Americans are so self-centered, and they don't even realize it. They're self-centered in a way that's not like, you know, Regina George from Mean Girls. They are just living in their bubble. And I think it's because, I mean, I'm sure there's some people who grew up with the same shows that I did and did not turn out the way I did, but maybe it's because I grew up with like Dora and Ni Hao Kai Lan, and I was always so inquisitive about other people, other cultures, other ethnicities, because you know, not all people who look like me who are melanated have the same culture as me. I have African American culture, you know, that includes things like jazz and hip-hop and streetwear and so many other things, or you know, like what are those, like wave curls or finger curls, like little things like that, rock and roll, some parts of African American culture that don't even want to be given to us. Also, wait, it's literally Black History Month, as I'm talking about this too, so if you look like me, happy Black History Month. Yep. Anyway, what was I saying? So yes, I have African American culture, so even people who are similar looking to me, have melanin skin, their culture isn't the same as mine, and I've always been interested in things like that. I don't want to ever give up on learning about culture. So yes, this is the type of person I am, so maybe that's why I'm really kind of like revolted by it. Is that the right word? I don't know. Just really turned off by it. Like I'm just confused. Why are you so surprised that Chinese people live like humans, like they kiss and stuff? Like I'm confused. Like that some people were genuinely like, oh my god, you guys kiss, oh my god, you guys have lesbians, oh my god, you guys swing that way in China, oh my god, you guys listen to blah blah blah, oh my god, you guys drink boba, like stuff, little things like that. Oh my god, you guys make teas, you guys make special homemade teas. Like every culture doesn't have like homemade things they make. I mean, I don't know, not every culture. Anyways, I just thought that was so weird, and I think I've made my point. I don't think I'm really going to articulate it much better, but if you get it, you get it. I just thought that was very interesting, and I just want you to know, as an American, don't get offended when people from other countries tell you you're uneducated, or tell you that, you know, other Americans are just like locked in their own place, because it's true. Don't take it personally if you know that's not who you are, because I think there are so many very well educated people in America who have the knowledge that many people don't in other countries, because we are surrounded by a plethora of cultures, you know, compared to other people in other countries. We're literally surrounded by so many different types of people, and from that comes a lot of very well educated people who are actually willing to learn and always, you know, broaden their knowledge. But also in America, there are just some very like, hello earth, hello to you, is your brain up there, is your brain working? I think if someone really made a spectrum of intelligence in America, you're gonna have you're just gonna have like very dumb, you're gonna have like people who are getting there, like they're leaning, or they're like very well educated. And I don't mean just doctors well educated, I mean like there's like maybe like your local 36-year-old mom with 2 kids who's just very smart. She may not have a degree, but she's very smart. Like she likes to read, very educated on, I don't know, animals and biological factors that are causing global warming. I don't know, I'm just saying stuff. That light is like so pink, but I kind of like it. It looks weird, but it just adds something to this already low quality camera. Anyway, the next thing I want to talk about and ramble about is like my predictions for our earth. Now, at this point, if you are not someone who's spiritual, a spiritual thinker, because I'm saying that loosely because spiritual means something different to everyone, or you're not someone who's open-minded, I need you to open your mind for this next thing I'm going to ramble about, because, you know, some people are so closed-minded or they're so stuck in their ways, and that's exactly what really I think that's very dangerous, actually. It really is. And some people kind of underestimate closed-mindedness. They kind of laugh about, you know, being stubborn, which being stubborn isn't bad. I mean being stubborn in terms of your beliefs and the way you view the world. That should be something that's pretty much always changing. Maybe not basic ideals, but, you know, some things that you're not sure about, you should be willing to change on. So I just want to talk about I don't know if it's really predictions, because I feel like it's already happening, but just like the standing of our world, like how our world looks like right now. I'm so sorry, because I keep looking at myself instead of in the camera. It's hard not to. I'm not a narcissist, I promise. It's easier to look literally at where I'm seeing my pink light than it is to look straight into my webcam, which is just whatever. So I think our world, there's a lot of different spiritual perspectives on it. I think our world is going to go through a spiritual warfare and an economic warfare, and that's going to be our World War III. A lot of people think that a World War III, or just wars in general, have to be just weapons, like weaponized destruction and all that. But I think our World War III is, first of all, already kind of sort of occurring. But I think it is going to be economic warfare and spiritual warfare. It's not really going to be, it's not really going to be violence like between countries. I don't think that's how it's going to be. Even though this probably wouldn't necessarily be labeled World War III, because some people don't even want to acknowledge it as a war, but it is, and it's currently occurring. Not to scare you. But anyway, there's just a lot of crumbling of these government officials and just so many things happening. I do think violence will occur in terms of natural disasters, and that's kind of the spiritual warfare. That's not going to be a part of countries fighting against each other. I think it's spiritual warfare in the way that the earth must, you know, kind of fall down a negative hole in order to be rebloomed and flourished again. I truly think that. I don't want to necessarily like say anything. I just know that, you know, a lot of people who kind of think similar to me, they think there's going to be a lot of natural disasters occurring this year and years to come, like within like the next 2-4 years, pretty much within Trump's presidency or just around this time. There's going to be a lot of natural disasters. Already has had some. We've already had some. I cannot talk. We've had the fires across like California borders. I think I'm saying borders, not like in whatever, you know the LA fires that have occurred. We've already had those fires. I'm sure there's some that I don't even know of that I can easily go do my research on about right now. So yeah, and yes, we always have natural disasters, but I think it's going to be spiritual warfare in the sense that these natural disasters are going to be big. And I don't know if they're all going to kill a lot of people necessarily. I just think they're going to cause a lot of emotion, and it's going to have people wake up. Now, I don't want to really like talk about everything. Oh, in terms of economic warfare, that's already occurring. Just look at the economics. I want to sound like what's his name, Jaden Smith right now, but just like look at the economic status of our world, of our government all around the world, especially where I live, the US. It's looking very weird. It's looking fishy. Now, one, I always know that I'm protected, and I'm protected, even if it may not look like it when I say I am protected. And I know I'll be good in the end. And if you have that mindset and you actually believe it, you're not just saying it just to say it, then that will be the same for you. But just the housing market, job market, everything just looks so weird and off. The money's not where it's supposed to be. But anyways, I just want to say, clearly this is a ramble. Like, it's not even really supposed to like make sense and all that, because clearly I cannot articulate. I could have easily made this a very well articulated video, but I just don't want to do that. I just really want to post and just want to talk. Like, I just want to get my thoughts out. But I just want to say, to end this video, please, I'm not going to say if anyone's watching this, because I'm like trying to act like I'm a big YouTuber, because that's how you manifest success. To the people watching, you need to be very aware. You need to be very awake and aware. Not within these next years, not within these next months, for the rest of your life. If you want your life to flourish in the way that you dream of, if you want your life to be full of success, full of happiness, even if some dark times do come to create that happiness, you just need to be awake and aware. There's so many lies and there's so many layers and fabrications within our 3D world. And so many people to this day, no matter how much internet we have, no matter how much, sources that get put out there, no matter how many spiritual perspectives are put out there, there's so many people who are still just so lost. And I can't really blame them, because pretty much all governments, or probably all, honestly, and all societies teach us to follow the way of a society, however that society is built, whether it's like a patriarchy, a matriarchy, whatever. People are literally taught to be one way most of the time, follow suit with everyone else. I just want you to know that you need to think within yourself. You need to look internally. There's going to be a lot of things that occur, obviously, as life is, but also just think in the next few years there's going to be a lot of things that occur. And my voice is like giving out. Just be intuitive. Listen to your body, listen to yourself, listen to your thoughts, look within. Journal if you don't journal. I'm trying to get into journaling again. I'm trying to get into meditation again. You should meditate. Everyone's so scared of themselves, or people use social media as a way to escape their thoughts and everything, but that is exactly what you should not be doing. The quickest way to heal is from inside, whether that's by the food you eat or it's by your thoughts, how you feed yourself, because you can eat bad foods and still be, I don't want to say quotes, you can still be healthy. You just may not look healthy to everyone else, but it depends. It's all about your beliefs, really. And that is something that is supported by religional, girl, can I talk? That is something supported by, religious text, neuroscience, and just, different spiritual perspectives. No matter where you look, if you were sensible enough, the brain, what is inside your brain, what is inside your thoughts, what is inside your mental, is your reality. What you collect from your senses, that is your reality. It just is. That's just how it is. That's just how our world and perspective is bound to be. That's how consciousness is. And I just hope that, especially people my age, since they're so tied to their phones. And I don't think all technology is bad, obviously. I love being on my computer. I have my games on my computer. I love being on my tablet. I can study on my tablet, whatever. But you cannot let that get to you. You cannot let your technological devices get to you. You cannot let what you see on social media get to you. This is obviously so all over the place, but I'm just saying, please look within. I'm going to have so many videos talking about this anyway. But just look within. Take time to be with yourself. It's not selfish. It's actually very selfless. And I think the beautiful thing about self-love is that if you are doing it right and you're doing it from a non-narcissistic mindset, it is very selfless to take care of yourself, to look within, to trust yourself, your instincts, your intuition, to learn from yourself, to embrace your darkest sides and learn from them, learn from your trauma, learn from generational trauma, learn from your mistakes, be okay with your mistakes. To do all that is one, a beautiful thing, and then to do all that is very selfless, because self-love doesn't only equate to, you know, taking care of yourself, but it also equates to taking care of the people around you, whether it's people you love, the people who watch your content, the people in your community, your church, whatever. To take care of yourself means you're taking care of everyone else as well. You cannot change the world, you cannot change what you see unless you are changing what is from within, obviously. And I'm saying obviously, but it's actually not very obvious to some people. There's clearly, like, our world wouldn't be this way if that was obvious, unfortunately. But that's literally all I want to say. I just wanted to ramble, and this is probably so freaking long for no reason, but you know what, that's fine. I just want to post more. I really just want to be upfront with my thoughts. I think and talk to myself so much, and I'm like, you know, I need to just make videos out of this. People literally post anything on YouTube and still get views. I'm like, I might as well just start talking, even if it's, I'm trying to teach myself not to be a perfectionist. Not everything has to be picture perfect, not everything has to be perfectly articulated. I am human as well. I think showing more of humanity and what makes us human, which is sometimes just talking to yourself, I think that's good. I think that's what YouTube needs more of, and I'm so glad I'm seeing more of it. Anyways, that's all. If you somehow enjoyed my rambling, then thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Like the video if you want to do that. And that's really it. Like, I literally don't have anything else to say. I don't. Just listen. Please listen to yourself. Please.